What up, YouTube? Once again, it's your boy Cypher Da MC here, back with another Gamecock video. Gamecock Nation, stand up. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. This right here, this video pretty much is basically we're going to take a look at the 2023 take two, the 2023 recruiting class for pretty much the top 15 guys as they're ranked in the state of South Carolina. So that's where I'm at, state of South Carolina and everything. South Cat, raise up. And we're pretty much just going to take a look at the top 15 recruits, where things stand with them, things of that nature. So, and exactly how the recruiting is looking right now. So get your popcorn ready. You know what it is. If you haven't already, drop a mic on that like button, subscribe, bell notification, all that sort of good stuff. But here we go. Let's get right into it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so here we go. Here it is right here, rivals.com. Of course, this video isn't sponsored by Rivals or anything such as that, but for the most part, I just wanted to kind of give you guys pretty much what I'm looking at, kind of help you see exactly what I'm seeing as far as the 2023 recruits, the top 15 in the state of South Carolina, where things stand with them and all that sort of good stuff. So one of the things that really stood out to me is that we all know from the previous regime, it was a mantra of, what was it? Win the East, win the state, go to the SEC championship game. It was those three things, right? I look at it like this. You can't really do anything like that. You really can't put any of those goals there if you don't start getting the quality players needed to reach those goals.
Yeah, that's true.
And for us, it starts off with making sure that the players in South Carolina stay in South Carolina. That was pretty much what Spurrier and Lou Holtz during their tenures, and I point them out because they pretty much had the best range of success as far as being, I guess you can say, somewhat consistent. That's debatable, of course, when it comes to Lou Holtz, but for the most part, the Spurrier years are going to be the bar. This is always going to be the bar. We went 33-6 in that time frame, and I really think that if the recruiting was done a little bit better, we could have maintained some sort of success instead of having the dip right afterwards. Because of course, you lose a lot of talent to the NFL, but by the same token, you have to kind of make sure that you replenish. And for the Spurrier era, Spurrier was not a recruiter. In my opinion, he was not a recruiter. He was pretty much the name attached to the South Carolina Gamecocks. And he had some good recruiters with him, but they were coming to play for Coach Spurrier. You'll notice that a lot of these kids, they'll commit to a school, and then what happens? There's a coaching change. Then all of a sudden, they don't want to go to that school anymore. So it's not about the school that they're attached to, it's the coach. And if the coach leaves, then they change their mind, they open up their recruiting, things of that nature. And granted, we're talking about 17, 18-year-old kids here. So of course, they're thinking about for the next 3, 4, maybe 5 years, what, they're thinking, hey, what am I going to do? What, this is my life here because I want to get to the next level. What coach is going to help me get to the next level? And again, Spurrier was not a recruiter. He was the name. He was the name. Coach Beamer on Steve Spurrier's staff, great recruiter, and that is what he's doing now. Again, the previous regime kind of did not take that recruiting stance to where Coach Beamer is now. But mainly these guys I wanted to kind of address. So we're going to take a look at them and see exactly, boom, I already gave you my spiel, so to speak. And, just kind of see where things lie right now. And maybe there's room for improvement. So let's see. So the number one rated recruit in the state of South Carolina, Monroe Freiling, offensive tackle. Nice sized kid, 6'7", 274. Definitely a tackle. And pretty much he was, and of course, you know, the crystal ball thing, I really don't put too much stock in it, but we're going to use it because it's there. He pretty much was recruited by Eric Walford, who is no longer on, you know, with the Gamecocks. He was on the previous regimes under Muschamp, you know, as an offensive line guy, and he's no longer there. So we last recruited Monroe Freiling in 2021, June 2021 to be exact. And hasn't been any update, hasn't been any type of movement, so now he's trending towards Clemson. Again, it's the crystal ball thing. We're not going to put too much stock in it, but it's there, so we're going to use it. So what does that say? Would we want to lose any of these guys to Clemson if there's a possibility that we could, you know, get them on campus, recruit them, things of that nature? If they change their mind, they change their mind, but we at least made him an offer. Number 2, Monty Reims. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Defensive end. We made him an offer, 6'6", 240. So pretty much like Brian Burns of the Carolina Panthers. 6'5", lean, fast, quick, explosive. He's undecided right now, as is Monroe Freiling, undecided. And an offer was made, trending towards the Gamecocks. Cool. Marky Anderson here, guard from Dorman High School, prominent high school that churns out great athletes. 6'3", 300, so definitely a guard. Offer was made, trending towards the Gamecocks. Cool. Actually has an official visit coming up next month around the 24th. Awesome. Xavier McLeod, defensive tackle, 6'4", 324. Big kid. He's going to knock some heads. Again, offer made, trending towards the Gamecocks. Awesome, awesome. And here is where it gets kind of dicey. Grayson Loftus, quarterback, pro-style quarterback, 6'2", 205, committed to Duke. Gamecocks did not offer him.
Nope.
Don't know why. From Gaffney High School, again, one of those prominent high schools that has a history of providing good athletes. Alrighty then. Chris Marable Jr., Hilton Head Island, Hilton Head. Isn't that where Luke Doty went? I'm not sure.
Nope.
Remind me. Put it down in the comments. I want to say he's from Hilton. He went to Hilton Head. No, was it Myrtle Beach? One of those. Somewhere along the coast. 6'3", 296, defensive tackle, Wake Forest. We did not offer him.
Nope.
Lenora Sellers, dual threat quarterback from South Florence, 6'2", 215, committed to Syracuse earlier this year in March. Last month, actually. No, March. A month or so ago. We did not offer him.
No.
I understand that we're
really
pursuing Dylan Lonergan. I understand that. That's cool. That's fine. And maybe it comes down to, and, you know, I'll probably say this again near the end, maybe it comes down to, you know, roster spots, or maybe it comes down to positional need. I understand that. My only thing is, he's in the top 15 in the state. This is only giving us the top 15. I'm sure there's a top 30 or 50 or 100 guys in the state of South Carolina. These are the top 15, the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme. I'm bilingual.
bruh?
And no offer was made, so he's leaving the state, going to play up at Syracuse. Thomas Williams, athlete, 5'11", 175. As you can see here, no offer has been made.
Are you for real?
Trayvon West from Wren High School, 5'11", 165, as a safety. No offer has been made.
Oh, come on,
Chris Lawson
bro.
Jr., wide receiver out of Ridgeview. My brother actually went to that high school, from Columbia, South Carolina. he has an offer. He has a scholarship offer. Awesome. Raheem Jeter. Again, don't want to butcher your name there, guy. From out of Spartanburg, 6'2", 200, pledged to West Virginia near the end of 2021. So he's made up his mind. He did have an offer. You know, he was a pro quarterback, did have an offer. But this was during the time when, hey, this is Beamer's first year. It's a little bit late. You know, he did what he had to do, worked with what he had to work with, and found gems and other diamonds and other expensive jewels.
What?
And carved out a great season. But a little bit too late to on Raheem here. DJ Geth, or Jeff. I'm thinking Geth. Again, out of Dorman. 6'4", 298 tackle. Does not have an offer from the Gamecocks.
Seriously?
Wow. Eamon Smalls, defensive tackle, Buford. 6'2", 320. Big guy. Has an offer. I should have put it here. Trending to the Gamecocks. So, well, let's make sure. I want to be sure. So let's do this. We're gonna scroll on down. Scroll with me here. Yes, he does have an offer from the Gamecocks. So I wanted to be sure. I didn't want to say that he had one, but he didn't have one there. So, but he's trending towards the Gamecocks. Apollos Cook, wide receiver, River Bluff, 6'2", 205. Big receiver there.
There's facts, man.
No offer as of yet.
Aww.
And lastly, number 15, Jalen Rambert, inside linebacker, 6'2", 240. Also from Powdersville. So that's another. Is there another guy, someone from Powdersville? Yep. So there's two kids from the same high school, and it's kind of odd that both Thomas and Jalen Rambert here, neither one of them have an offer from the Gamecocks. And this is what I'm talking about. When you have the top 15 guys, top 15 recruits in the state, each and every one of them should have an offer from the South Carolina Gamecocks. You have guys that will say, hey, I will be a preferred walk-on at a school if it means, number one, I can play in the SEC. Number two, if I can get some playing time. So even if I were to transfer, they can say, hey, we've seen your tape. We think you'll be good in this position, whatever. At least get on the field. But you have guys that will take a preferred walk-on and be perfectly fine and say, hey, and we have a few like that this year. But, and I did my calculations. Forgive me if my math is off. Out of the 15 recruits, the top 15 recruits for the 2023 cycle, 8 of them, or 53%, have not been recruited by the Gamecocks. Out of the, 3 out of the 8 committed elsewhere. 4 committed, overall there. 4 committed elsewhere and things of that nature. It's good that we have at least 4 guys trending towards the Gamecocks, but they haven't committed yet, so we really can't count them towards the 2023, as commits yet. I believe we have 1 or 2 currently at the time of this video being uploaded. So what does this mean? It means we need to recruit better. And it's not a shade thrown at Coach Beamer and his staff as far as recruiting, because again, it may come down to positional need. It may come down to, visits, things of that nature, reaching out. But it's a matter of we have to not lose quality guys to other teams, especially to Clemson, especially to Georgia, both of whom we see very frequently. So if we tend to say, okay, we want to get those top guys, and I'm not too much into the stars thing, but it is what it is. Whether they're 4 stars or 5 stars, I mean, hey, We have the 3 top guys are 4-star players, 2 of which are trending towards the Gamecocks. That would definitely, put us, hey, we have a top 10 or top 15 class or whatever. Okay, it is what it is. Because you can have some guys who are 3 stars who perform or outperform better than guys who are 4 stars, even 5 stars. Not everyone lives up to their potential.
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
some guy just needs some coaching or that last bit of, maybe just faith in them. That, hey, you can do this. You if you grasp the concept, the scheme, whatever, you can be a top guy in the SEC. So with that being said, I'm hoping that we can kind of make up for this here because, I mean, hey, let's face it. These, the players that do not have offers, that's 8 players. There's 8 quality players who don't have offers now, but they're still undecided. Could it be that they are waiting for an offer from South Carolina?
Maybe you're right.
Could it be that they're waiting for, a call from Coach Beamer or Coach Satterfield or Coach Gray or Coach White and say, hey, we've seen your film, we've seen your tape. We want you to come to this camp, or we want to, get you down for a visit. Because there's a reason why some of these kids have not pulled the triggers, so to speak. They're waiting. They're waiting for the Gamecocks. They're waiting for an offer. I mean, think about it. Our offensive line, as experienced as they are, a good 3 or maybe 4 of them may be moving on after next year. So we're going to have to replenish that offensive line. Why not bring in Monroe Freiling? Get back, connect with him. Offensive tackle, 6'7", 274. We lost a few offensive guys to the transfer portal from the offensive line. So, rotational pieces. So now it's kind of like, okay, we need to kind of get back on the ball with this thing. Marky Anderson is a guard. Cool. Who else? We have, let's see, DJ Geff out of Dorman, 6'4", 298. More than likely he'll be a guard. Hey, that's 2 guys right there that if you can bring them in this year, have them rotate in, they get that experience. If you get to a bowl game, that's another, 15 extra practices. Come on, Gamecock Nation, you feel your boy. You feel your boy. Come on. Extra 15 practices pretty much helped us destroy North Carolina. And I say destroy.
You said it yourself.
I did not stutter. No, we played a quality Tar Heel team. We played a quality Tar Heel team with one of the best prolific passers in North Carolina history, and we were able to come out with a win. I mean, the offensive line had to do their part, but once they're gone, what are we going to do? Are we going to start, are we going to have, sophomores and freshmen start next year? With no experience, we're just going to throw them in the fire? No, we can't keep doing that, regardless of who's back there playing quarterback. So I mainly just wanted to bring this video to you guys just to kind of show you exactly, even though we've made improvements, we can always still improve. We can always still tweak. I mean, the top 15 guys in the state, 4 of which have already committed, so that leaves 11 guys undecided. Out of those 11, 8 do not have an offer from the Gamecocks. We need to get better. We need to get better, and I know we're going to do it. And as always, Gamecock Nation, that's the end of this video. It's your boy Cypher Da MC here. Once again, the Muhammad Ali of MCs, bringing you another Gamecock video. And as always, we're going to keep dropping it like it's hot. Gamecock Nation, stand up. Guess what? Before you can love anyone else, you must first love yourself. And I am out this thing. Gamecock Nation, stand up. Cypher.